love it. Then my second passion is property.
Okay.
That's me.
But now I am
Go ahead.
for some reason my picture looks really
We can see you clear.
dark. You can't see me clear. I can't see myself clearly.
Yeah, we see you clear.
Okay. All right. That's fine. As long as you can see me. Because it looks awfully dark. I can see both of you beautifully.
Oh, thank you.
Lots of
You
light.
do anything with oil and gas, like mineral interests or anything like that?
Well, here's the thing. Only because I've had to for my own personal purposes and my family purposes. I have had to get into oil and gas, but that is not something that I would advise on. But I have had to, and I'm in the midst of that right now.
Where's your family? Let's see if maybe we possibly might be related, because I have personal stuff. Our family is located in the Freestone County area.
In Texas?
Fairfield,
Okay,
Texas.
no,
Okay.
no, Louisiana.
Oh, okay, okay.
Louisiana.
Let me ask you a question. Like if someone was in a mental institution and we needed to like get access to paperwork, how would we go about doing that? Because I know it's limited, because it's like they're protected, because it doesn't matter if it's 100 years old. From my understanding, only way you can get access to those documents if you have an attorney or go through a judge in order to get information
Get a
from
court order.
Mm-hmm.
Is this person still living?
No, this person is deceased. She died in 1918.
Oh, wow.
See, this is the thing. And what I found out, a lot of our people, we don't do research, and sometimes we trust the so-called corporate people because we think they're so much educated because that's what they supposedly do every day.
I think Vanda and I have been talking about that, how we yes.
And so we think when the oil company comes to us or their landman and they say, well, this is what we have, this is our research, we never think let's go back and double check their work, because they're not always right. And then you don't know what they might be hiding. So in other words, if you don't know how you're actually connected and you're just going off what these third parties are telling you, you don't know, you're missing out on money. So to make a long story short, we had signed oil and gas leases with Anadarko down in the Woodlands. And I had asked the guy at the time, back in 2004, how did we actually acquire this property? When did we acquired it from my grandmother? Well, based on our research, it was saying, well, your grandmother died in like 1911, and then the sons sold the interest to this, and then the heirs went through court back in 1925 and was separated, and when your grandmother died, so forth and so on, and that's how you got it. But later on, about 4 years ago, I had a light bulb just went off, and I just started doing some research, because no one has ever been able to find our great-great-grandmother's death certificate. And you always go off the older heirs because you think they know because they live during that area, but the information that had been passed on was incorrectly, because they were getting their information from a third party, which was giving them incorrect information. So when I done some research, found out, because the Anadarko told me, he said, well, hey, if you go through and you start looking at stuff in deed of records, you can find a lot of family secrets. Like if people have been married more than once and all that, you can read the deeds and it'll tell you if this person was married to this person. And so as I started doing my research, I found out, okay, my grandmother was married to a third husband. So I had been looking for her death certificate under the first husband's name. So when I looked up the third husband, I found out I did find her death certificate when she was an asylum institute. But the paperwork, the oil company claims she died in 1911, and her son in 1915 transferred part of her interest to this guy. Well, based on my research, she died in 1918. So in 1915, it's impossible for him to transfer interest where he hadn't even inherited it yet.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And so when they done leases back in, I think, 2004 somewhere, this person, that so-called guy is supposed to have deeded this estate to, they formed a receivership account, and it was held down in the county. And so, after the fact, after I started doing research and I went in and looked into the receiver's account, this attorney from Conroe, Texas, and the so-called supposedly heir out of Vanda, Texas, she claimed that she was the heir to this particular estate where my great-great-grandmother's son supposed to have deeded his interest. Well, to make a long story short, that's a fraudulent transaction because she was still living and he didn't have the right to deed that over there. But when they released the funds, and what drew all these little red flags to me, the person that had released the funds, the lady, she supposedly had 100% mineral interest, but when his attorney came in, why would she deed if he had 100%? Yeah, he typically would get a percentage off your stuff in a receivership, but why would you once he got his percentage, why would she deed like 40% over to this attorney after the transaction is closed? So that kind of drew some red flags because they knew a lot of our people don't do research. So I'm gonna have to get an attorney or someone to go into the stuff because their paperwork is incorrect and that all that's a fraudulent transaction based on my findings.
Okay.
Sound like you need a personal attorney, Anicia.
I do my research. A lot of them, because I had filed a lawsuit back in 2006 when we done it pro se, and I don't know what it is. Those attorneys, every time someone called, they kept referring everybody to us like we were attorneys. It's like I guess because how I put the package together and how we the wording that I had in there, it's like, okay, maybe I think they know more than what we know, but they want us to produce the discovery, but we want them to produce what they have, But typically, if you're the suing party, you have to, produce, your documents to prove, what's what. But they ended up hiring a high-power attorney, so it tells me whatever I put in there, it kind of scared them. And next thing you know, they claim they filed bankruptcy. Then this other guy has it, which he has consolidated. It's like 22,000 acres of mineral interests or something like that. And they consolidated it into a trust account now.
Okay. You do have quite a few issues there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That
We only got a 50-minute call here.
okay.
Stephanie and Alice are here. Hi, Stephanie and Alice.
Hello.
Hi.
So you have to talk with Miss Deborah offline.
Offline, okay.
So ladies, I wanted to introduce you to Deborah Jordan. She's an attorney that I met Saturday at the library in Fort Bend, and we just have so much in common, and I just think it was God's gift to us and to her to bring us all together, and I wanted you guys to meet her.
Nice to meet you.
Awesome. Hi, ladies. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So you guys want to tell her a little bit about yourself, and then Deborah, you can tell them a little bit about yourself.
Okay.
Alice, you want to start?
Me.
Well, maybe she can't hear. She can't talk. Stephanie.
I can hear. It's just I got contractors all around me. So that's why I had it on mute.
Oh, no problem.
That's what I was telling y'all.
Oh yeah, I just got your text.
Yeah.
So just tell us a little bit about your background, a little bit about you, so that Deborah can get to know who you are.
Sure. So I realtor, and that's full time, and I've done associates in real estate business and taking classes to get a bachelor's in real estate business. So I'm working towards that. Do a lot of HUD, and I've come to know with a company. Well, it's attorney that was working with a company. He's no longer there. What that does probate. So that was building my interest. But I've done commercial, farm and ranch, and residential.
Okay. Stephanie?
I've been a realtor for 13 years now. I've done quite a bit, but my background is a lot of short sales, REOs, buyers, sellers, residential real estate. I have not done commercial, though I get referred a lot of commercial. That's an interest. Do a lot of pre-foreclosure, work with investors now. Trying to do some pre-foreclosures with them. and investment property just for my own retirement. Do it full time, and probate is definitely one of my interests right now.
And she has her certification in probate.
Right, certified probate real estate designation.
Awesome.
And Anicia.
I've been licensed since 2001. I have a background a little bit in oil and gas deed research. Done commercial background in the mortgage business as well. I used to have a branch office.
Awesome.
And done a little bit of commercial.
Awesome. Well, I'm Deborah Jordan, and I'm now claim Houston, Texas as home by way of Oklahoma, Illinois, Louisiana, and Detroit, Michigan, the place of my birth. I am the founder and CEO of Henetna Corporation. I now pride myself on turning contacts into contracts, actually developing training programs in corporate structure and real estate. The reason I am my background is in law, all aspects. I've worked in state government, worked for federal judges, did a stint at the district attorney's office, which was all of about 17 days. So it just was not criminal law and prosecuting myself. When I say myself, people that look like me, was just not something I was interested in doing. But I do love corporate law. So I've been in a lot of different industries. As a matter of fact, one of the corporations I worked for did actually acquire, and they acquired land and they built mobile home units and parks. And that is where I love. That is where I just really found my niche. I feel the happiest there. And now my mission is to teach, to train, to do. And it's a pleasure to meet like minds and you women.
Nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you also. And you told me you had a group of lawyers that you mentor?
Oh, what I specialize in now is creating teams. I consider myself a natural CEO. I'm a natural administrator. So I mentor, I do the vetting process, and I mentor a group of lawyers so that when you need services, you're not taken advantage of. That's a big thing for me in all aspects of getting to ownership, to operating business correctly. One of the things I love about corporate law is the structure. The corporation, it's human resources that make anything operate. Without the people, nothing can go forward. Corporations are structured so that each department that a business needs to be successful is covered. So my quest with Henetna is to put together teams. So I do. I mentor young lawyers so that each aspect is covered. Their ability to train, to teach, to have compassion, and to be able to structure the fee schedule so that no one is taken advantage of. So yes, that is what I do. I bring together teams and build teams for projects in terms of the financial modeling, to be able to do the budgeting. I work with accountants. I've been vetting and have my team of accountants that I work with, lawyers, engineers. So I just believe in not striking out alone and not having to individually try to find people you need when you need them and you're your most vulnerable.
All right.
For some reason, it looks like, no, okay, it's still on. I just wanted to make sure my sound was still there.
Oh, yeah, you're still there. We can hear
Okay,
you.
good.
Does anybody have any questions for Ms. Jordan?
Well, how do you think she can help us get it together?
Well, what are you thinking about when you say get it together? What do you mean?
Well, we're trying to form a team.
Okay.
There's 4 ladies. We all have obviously real estate in common, and even a varied background that
You
helps
do.
support that.
Mm-hmm.
My background prior to real estate is oil and gas accounting.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think all that has brought us to today to be able to structure a team. We want to create a team of probate real estate specialists where we go out to solicit business from attorneys, their probate business clients, to be a referral source to those clients. And so and even prepare proposals to bigger attorney firms that have probate business. For instance, Ms. Alice has based on her contacts and her working with some attorneys, we have an opportunity to present a proposal to an attorney that has, I guess they represent clients' trusts.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's in probate and it's just 32 properties or whatever. And so putting it together a proposal to submit to maybe to get that business and even his ongoing business.
Mm-hmm.
So really we're just trying to bring
bring that all together. So his ongoing probate business, and so you're looking to put together a proposal for an existing client that he has that is in probate so that you're able to list that property and handle the sale of that property. And for his ongoing business, so that you become the go-to referral team when he has properties that need to be listed and the like. Okay,
Yes.
so that's number one you're looking to do.
Yes.
And then to be able to solicit on an ongoing basis attorneys.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else? Anybody has anything else you'd like to add in terms of what you'll be able to do, what you're wanting to do?
Mainly, I think it's just trying to get in the door. What is the proper way to sell ourselves to be able to be that source for services, and we know that there are many out there, but directing, I guess, which ones we should go to or shouldn't, or you know what I mean. Because you're in the with the attorneys and that source. Some say they do that, but it might just be a waste of time, or it might not be one of our first targets to go to. So I guess we'll have to get another thing, a list of different places, possible, or an attorney that actually cover just probate trust. That's just one that I know of that's been doing this for many years. But
and divorces, we need to throw divorces in there too.
That is another one. Yeah.
Okay.
That would be okay. That's another one then. Yeah.
Okay. So let me see if I understand the scope here. So all of you are coming together and you're operating individually and you're coming together to do a joint venture, or are you actually structuring your own corporation or LLC where you're all principals and then you're going to go out and market this together and these are your target markets?
You know, we hadn't even discussed that part yet.
We were just kind of just pretty much as a group marketing together, and you know.
But you're on having all of you are having, you're going to be individual entities
Yes.
on a joint venture and not one entity where you're all are principals under that entity.
Correct.
Okay. So everybody has their separate entity, but then your joint venture is going to be that you're marketing together.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
And we have already created a marketing piece, or
Okay.
two marketing pieces.
Okay.
And we just haven't finalized them yet, but we
I
have.
can share it with her. Let's see.
Yeah, they're on the agenda.
On the agenda. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you would like for me to assist in getting you in front of attorneys. Is that what I'm hearing?
No.
No. Okay. No.
We want to
Okay.
use you as one of our as one of our resources for attorneys to go to. No, we would not have you be an attorney to get us business from other attorneys. We want you to get business.
Okay.
Because, you know, a lot of people, you know, we might talk to and they maybe have not started the probate process, or even if they have, we want to have a resource that they can go to for legal services, which would be you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, yes. Well, then that is where I will utilize my team of attorneys. That is what I do. I do not do, my focus now is on training and actually doing development, project developments. So what I do is I put together my teams so we can definitely be the referral source for your clients, and those that will specifically do probate, yes. If you need a probate issue, I shared a little bit about my thoughts on probate with Vanda on Saturday. I'm not a big fan of setting people up to have to go through probate. I much prefer that we set them up so that they never see the inside of a probate court. Because for me, I think that is a waste of, oh shoot. Hello?
We still here.
Okay, because I can't see any of you anymore.
Oh, we see you.
You still see me? Okay, I don't know what happened. I feel like that is a waste of money.
No, she's gone now. I don't know what happened.
Probably need to call her. So it did click off.
Maybe she's having a bad connection with the internet.
What I was going to say was that would be good when we go through education. Like, we can try to prevent you from having to go to probate if you do this, and this.
Mm-hmm.
But for some that's already there because they didn't do this, and this, we can still be a resource for you.
Right.
Would be good.
Uh-huh.
Because attorneys are just one one area. I mean, we can, before they even get to probate, you know, going to visit them in nursing homes and, you know, doing little seminars and stuff there prior to them entering probate. You know, if they know what to do to avoid that cost. Probate can be costly. I mean, those
You can
attorneys
get
are.
into them before they get to a nursing home too, because they got to sell off
That would be
things
true
to
too.
be able to pay for them to go to a nursing home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Funeral homes. I mean, there are still tons of other places that, you know, where it occurs before they actually we could do a consultation or something prior to them even getting to probate.
Right. She says she's trying to get back in.
Okay. So yeah, that would be
Vanda, I don't know what happened, so I'm trying to get back on, but I know you probably have a set time for your meeting, but
I got you on speaker so they can hear you.
oh, okay, well then I will continue. All right, so I'm not a big fan of probate, so one of my principal motivational, foundational kind of guides is to teach people and then do the work and set them up so that they can handle all of their business while they are living and make sure that your desires and wishes and transfers are done for the benefit of your beneficiaries while you're living, so there is no need to file suit against your family in the event of death or anything happens. So I train my team of lawyers to operate that way. Now, of course, there are existing probates and there are people that have not handled their business, and so we'll have to go through probate and pay those legal fees and those attorneys' costs as well as court costs. But that is not the way that is not what I'm about doing or that I direct people to do.
Okay. Yeah, we were saying that there's going to be some that will do that and there's going to be some that won't do that. So we
That
can
is
still
correct.
be a resource for them and tell them how they should do it to avoid probate. But if it is in probate, we're here to help you through that process as well.
Right. And then what I see as well for us and we can do is because as you train, as you don't know what you don't know. So as people learn how to handle their business, they need to have the realtors involved in terms of acquiring property, in terms of selling their property as well, but definitely acquiring property and the way they take deed to their property, which must be explained and understood as well, and so that that's done properly.
mm-hmm.
So there's a number of things that we intersect with and could be definitely my team beneficial for handling those things as well as being that referral source. And I think that can go both ways.
Okay, great.
Mm-hmm. And definitely, this is what I do. This is what I'm passionate about doing, and here to assist any way possible.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good. Well,
Okay.
we're going to go ahead with our meeting. I thank you for coming and
Mhm.
meeting with us. And if we have any
No worries.
questions, I will share your information with the ladies. Hope you don't mind.
No, I don't. Absolutely. Please do.
Okay, great.
And I appreciate you inviting me to speak with you, and definitely was so excited to meet all of you, and we'll be happy to continue this conversation. Thank you, ladies.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay,
Have y'all heard of a transfer on death deed?
yeah.
You have? Okay.
This meeting is going to end in 7 minutes, so we probably should get out and come back in for another 30 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, all right, let's do that.